What's going on there, guys? So this is the ZMT ZD Thunder or ZD Racing 1/10 scale 3300 brushless kV motor. Very big motor. Fan cooled ESC, all the goodies, man. Oiled shocks. I mean, this thing looks completely savage, and it comes in at a very exciting price point of $129. Listed below, guys, will be a link to everything. By the way, this is going to be a full review, so if it seems a little long, I apologize, but I'm going to cover everything because I know people are making a lot of considerations to buy this car. Now, I have had this out on the road already, and there's some things that I've noticed that definitely need to be changed right out the hole to save the basically longevity of this vehicle and how it's going to operate. One of those being, the rest of the car seems to be built very, very well. However, the rims and tires are completely cheap and they are crap. This one has cracks and breaks in it, and I haven't even hit anything. You can see that these tires are just thoroughly out of balance when it's driving. The front is bouncing all over the place, and I know that it's not the components because all of this is tight. There's no loose, there's no play, there's nothing. So all the vibrations and shake that I'm seeing is coming from the tires and the rims. The back tire is like wobbly, the front one's wobbly, this one shimmies. That is not the components, that is the tires and the rims. Okay, so if you want this car to last for a while, guys, honestly, you need to immediately change the tires and rims. Get something much better than what comes stock out of the box. Okay, I believe the nut on the back side is 12 millimeters, so as long as you're trying to stick around that, you should be able to get most 1/10 scale size tires. Probably from a lot of your Traxxas vehicles would work on this most likely. So just consider that if you run this on the stock component tires, you are probably going to shake and vibrate the living daylights out of this thing. Other than that, I have very little complaints, okay? There's not much beyond the rims and tires. Now, I am going to run this today on 2S and 3S. This truck was meant to be on 2S, 21 to 25 miles an hour. However, it can handle a 3S. But guys, I want to talk about this. I've run into enough people that run this on 3S now that say, man, does it rip on 3S, but you end up burning out clutches and stuff. So that's fine. I have no problem changing those parts to have more fun. But I will put the parts guide for this truck with every purchasable piece for this from Banggood in the link below, so you guys can click on that. I'm also going to put the purchase price, and I'm going to put the purchase price of this battery because, let's face facts, this battery, the OEM battery that comes with it, is a 2S, and it costs way more than this 3S. This 1113S at 30C fluorine cost $11. This battery is closer to $25 to $27 for the stock battery, which, by the way, is a very awkward battery. It has bullet connectors. I've never seen this before. I don't know why they would do something like this. It's such a strange thing to do. So I honestly think that you should probably run on other 2S's. This stock battery is just not good. You should probably do away with using this stock battery pretty quick. Now, I have a ton of 2S batteries, but they have different connectors, so I went ahead and ordered a nub connector for the end of it so I could change my other batteries from XT30 over to Dean's T connection. So that is on the way. I do want to note that the controller, transmitter, after a little deeper input, I found out, I believe, is Futaba. So it actually comes with a pretty decent transmitter. And this had a very unique thing. On the bottom of it, it had a place for 4 extra batteries, so it only runs on 4 AA's, but there's a place to put 2 on this side and 2 on this side to have another fresh set of batteries hidden in the bottom of your remote in case your remote dies. So very, very, very cool. We are going to be running this on 2S stock and 3S, and I'm going to try to show you guys the tire wobble and stuff I'm talking about. And I've gone through and I've tightened everything. The gear mesh sounds good. Everything sounds good except the tires are just so freaking out of balance. It's crazy. Like, they're just not good. They're very crappy form tires. They do have foam, but if you're going to be running this thing hard, man, you know, think about it like a regular car. If one of your tires has a vibration, what happens to the rest of the car? All that vibration transfers to the chassis of the vehicle. No different here, except this is an RC car, which means it can't quite take the punishment like your normal vehicle that you drive on a daily could. Much cheaper parts, much cheaper components. So think about it that way. So the first modification I'm going to be doing to this car is upgrading the rims and tires. But for today's thing, we're going to go ahead and just run it as is. This is a very heavy car, and on 3S LiPo, man, this thing rips. It is actually a very sick car. So we're going to do a little speed testing. I do want to make you guys aware that this is an old cell phone, and they are perfect for tracking GPS. This one's already cracked and smashed up, but the screen still works, and you know, it's light enough that it's not going to affect how the truck works. So you just put a little piece of Velcro on the back, Velcro on the top, turn it on, and start DigiHUD, which that app link will also be below, so you can track your fastest time speeds. And it keeps track of your average speed as well as your best run. So we're going to go ahead and put 2S versus 3S and see what happens, and then we're going to bash it around a little bit. So far, I'm impressed at the price point, guys. $129 is pretty hard to beat. I'm not going to sit here and talk your ear off all day. You guys know the parts and functionality. You know that you can get parts for it. All those lists are going to be below. Let's take this thing outside and beat it up. I'll see you out there. My dog has already taken interest in it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, guys, is rip this thing around on 2S for a bit. Right out the hole, I'm going to put the 3S down here. Right out the hole, we're going to use the first top end part of the battery for the speed run to see exactly what it's going to get when it's fully charged right out the hole. And then we'll remove the phone and we'll bash it around a little bit on 2S. I'll drive it through some of this thick, crazy, grassy stuff, and we'll see if we can punish this thing a tad bit. And then we'll go ahead and switch over to 3S after it cools down, and I'll show you guys how this thing operates on 3S. I know that everybody was like, oh, if you run on 3S, you're going to burn components out. But, you know, guys, it all comes down to throttle control and the way you're driving the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're beating the living piss out of it just because it has a 3S in it, well, then you're causing your own problems. You know what I'm saying? If you just take it easy on the truck and throttle it and give it some extra power every once in a while, then it should do just fine, man. I'm not, you know, it's an RC truck. You're going to replace parts. And it seems to me that everyone thinks there are not parts available or purchasable for this. So once again, guys, with just the smallest amount of research, I was able to find 2 companies that offer the entire parts out guide for this, and all the parts are super cheap. So why are we worrying about burning out a clutch or doing this or doing that? I see everyone seems to think this truck is like out of business or gone or something, and that's not even the case, man. That's not even the case. So have fun, play, do what you're supposed to do, beat the crap out of it, and then replace the parts when they break. It's an RC hobby, guys, you know? So let's take this out. I'm going to start up my phone, we're going to put it on top, and we'll take this thing for a rip. Okay, guys, the app I'm using to record my GPS speeds right now is DigiHUD, which can be found on the Android market, very free. It tells you your max speed, your average speed, and then you can pause and reset it. This is great for people who don't own a hobby-grade GPS for testing things. Just slap it on top, man, and you're ready to go. Just be easy on the brakes so that you don't roll and bust the screen all the heck. Your best bet would probably be to get a case for the phone you're going to be doing this with, but I don't have one, and we don't have time to look for one. So I'm not going to worry about it. So let's go ahead and turn this on. There's a little switch here on the side. Transmitter on first. And come on, you. I gotta mount this somewhere. I don't like it free hanging. It's gonna do a little talk in there. Alright, 2S, all metal gears, all metal drivetrain. Now remember I was telling you about those back tires? Look at that back tire wobble. Same thing with the front one. Brub, brub, brub. These are horribly out of balance tires. Good turning radius. Good solid speed. Alright, let's take it out here for a speed run. That's probably good. And we'll come into it slow. And then we'll start opening it up. Here we go. Top speed. Let's go ahead and bring her back. Quick little truck, even on the standard lipo, but I don't think it's going that fast, guys. Let's see what it's. Good brakes. Let's see what we're ripping around on here. Top speed says 31 miles per hour. 31.65. We're going to go ahead and reset that. Yes. Values have been reset. Alright. No. Come on now. Yes. There we go. Let's try that again. It said 31.65. I don't think it's going 31 miles an hour. That could have been my last values that I forgot to reset last time I ran. I wasn't paying attention, so let's go ahead and just redo that. Alright, here we go. That just doesn't quite look like 31 miles an hour to me. Good brakes. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm getting 17.53. 17.53 miles per hour. We'll do that a few more times. That's on the LiPo battery that it came with. So we're not even quite getting 20 miles an hour out of the 2S LiPo. Full speed. Hit the brakes, turn around. By the way, guys, the brakes are fantastic on this machine. So we can't break 18 miles an hour with the 2S, which is fine. Let me remove my phone and then we'll bash this thing around on the 2S and then we'll put in the 3S and I'll show you the differences. Clarify there, guys, just to make sure everybody sees it. Max GPS speed was 17.53 miles per hour. So, not very quick on 2S, that's for sure. But that's probably why people are like, oh, you're going to burn out the clutch if you put a 3S in it and all that other fun stuff, so. Let's go ahead and put the phone down. Alright, man. Let's rip this thing a little bit. It's got plenty of torque on 2S. Let's take it through some tall stuff here. Oh, yeah, no problem. Look at that. This thing's a little brush monster. Yeah. Yeah. This nice, savage little powered truck, though. Oh, the brakes work great, man. This thing's a lot of fun. And it'll rip too, even on 2S, man. It's got plenty of power. It just kind of chews up everything you throw at it. Oh gosh, I'm always so easily amused by this hobby, guys. I don't know why. So you can see the tire shake. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can see the tire shake pretty bad on the front and the rear wheels. You can also hear it in the gears a little bit. Shake, 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 shake. Listen to that noise on the way by. That's the rear tire. Shake, 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 shake. Those are the tires being out of balance. Those guys, if you keep running those stock tires on there like that, will definitely end up affecting parts at some point. So you probably want to change those tires out pretty quick. But I gotta say, for the price, guys, $129, man, this thing seems rugged and savage. And I don't need to run 3S in it. I'm choosing to, like I said, because every once in a while you want the power and you want the torque. And this one, unfortunately, is quick, but not that quick. And I would love to have more punch-out power. It seems to have gobbles and gobbles of power on 2S, but it's only torque power. It's not really top end. So it chews everything you throw up on it on 2S, no problem. So we'll run the 3S on it for a bit, and I'll tell you guys what I think. Let's do a full brake test. I'm going to come in hot, slam the brakes down. Okay. I just want to make sure it doesn't go head over heels when you're coming in. One more time. Full speed, brakes. Okay, cool. So the brakes on this are fantastic. And throttle punch out is pretty much instant. It's pretty much instant. It's a good little truck, man. It's plenty fast to have fun on 2S if that's all you guys are gonna stick with. This thing is awesome. Alright, let's go switch over to 3S. We're going to let it cool off. I'm going to switch over to 3S. I'm going to show you what the power difference is. Just remember, guys, if you're running on a 3S, do not do anything too crazy, man. Build up into the torque. Build up into the speed. You don't need to mash it down on 3S because I tell you what, it's a completely different animal on 3S. Alrighty, guys, it's 3S power time. I'm going to hold this down. We're going to reset the values. 0, 0, 0. 3S is on there. It's kicking. Remember, guys, build up the throttle. And I can tell you right now, this goes fast enough to hurt things. Okay? And I'm serious, guys. You hit yourself with this on 3S power, it's going to hurt. You are going to really hurt something on 3S. Okay? Yeah. I'm easily thinking it goes past 30 miles an hour, and the car weighs easily like 6 or 7 pounds. Man, if this thing hits you, you would really damage yourself. So let's just take it slow. We're going to take it down here. I'm going to walk it on down there, guys, and you'll get to hear the difference between 2S and 3S. Remember, build into the torque if you don't want to burn components out. Do not mash the throttle down, okay? It was not really designed to be running too hard on 3S. Alright, here we go. Gonna come in slow, build up speed, and then lay into it, and let off. We're gonna take it down there again a little ways. As you can see in here, it's definitely much more aggressive. I'm gonna go ahead and whip it around here. We're gonna come into it nice and slow. There we go, full speed. Holy mackerel. So like I said, guys, just because you have a 3S doesn't mean you need to be violent to it. You know, that's the reason you burn things out. Just take it nice and gentle. It's got loads of power. Let's see what we're getting up to now. Yeah, that's what I thought. 30.95 miles an hour. So it is going 30 miles an hour on lipo power, on 3S lipo power. We'll reset those values and see if we can get one more speed pass in. Let's see if we can beat that. This is now going as fast as my Dromeda brushless 5300 kV. This is a 3300 kV. So one more time, guys. We're gonna send it out there. One more speed run here. It's cold today in Florida. I'm out here in a t-shirt. It's like, I don't know, 52 degrees or something. Last night it was cold, man. It got nice and cold. We're going to give it a good speed run. We're going to start down here and build up faster this time and see how long we can hold her for. That was plenty. That was plenty. All right. And remember, guys, do not hit your brakes when you're going that fast because you will flip the truck over and it will do a bunch of somersaults. 33.57 miles an hour. So this truck is pretty quick on 3S lipo. I bet you top speed's probably around 34 or 35. Like I said, man, if this hits you going that fast, boy, you're really going to be in a world of hurt. Let me remove the phone here and we'll rip it around on 3S. Once again, guys, just to show you that, I got it off the car now, 33 miles per hour on 3S, 17 miles an hour on 2S. Big difference. So like I said, there's nothing wrong with running a 3S. Just be gentle on it. There's no reason to throttle into it hard. Just drive it like you would a 2S, and every once in a while you can ram on the power and have some fun. See what I'm saying? That's a 3S in there. I'm not driving any different than I would the 2, but every once in a while I can give it some extra juice and punch. You know what I mean? It is definitely a lot torquier on 3S. But because the 3S batteries are so cheap, guys, and as long as you have throttle control, I don't think you'll burn parts out very quick, man. Just don't be savage to the truck, you know what I mean? Drive it like you normally would. But the power's there if you need it or want it. That lady's like, really? Let's give her one more high-end rip here. Wow. Not bad for $129, guys. Like I said, build up into the speed, and I think you can run it on 3S. That's about top speed of 2S right there, so, and that was only holding the throttle down like 2 or 3 centimeters. So you don't need to be savage to it. It's all about throttle control. That's all RC is, man, throttle control. Oops. That time we bottomed out. Chews up anything I can throw at it, guys. Pretty much unstoppable. Ooh, there we go. You know what they say, it's not broken in until you roll one over. All right, time for a little more play. Unstoppable. That's what's nice about that 3S, man. That power's there if you want it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Beautiful, baby, beautiful. Remember, guys, that's only an 1800 milliamp 3S LiPo. It's got power for days. Power for days. That battery cost $11, brand new. For 20 bucks, you can get 2 decent 3S batteries and run this thing all the time and get rid of that stock piece of junk it comes with those weird bullet connectors. I have no idea why they went that route. That's such a goofball thing to do. But remember, guys, $129. $129, dudes. 129 bucks. With all replaceable parts, hobby grade, everything. A nice little Savage truck for the money. We're gonna definitely have some fun with this thing. Air brakes. Oh God, the brakes on this are just fantastic. The suspension system feels good. I even like the way it sits, man, with the back sitting lower than the front. I like that aggressive look, man. We should take this to a dirt track and see how it handles a dirt track. Excellent run time so far. I need to dial in my trims, or my steering trims, by the way. It always constantly wants to go that way, so we'll do this. There we go. Yep, quick truck on 3S, no doubt about it. Tap those brakes, just tap them. Oh. This thing is awesome. I love it when I find a good, fun deal. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, man. It takes a lot to kill these batteries. They get a pretty good run time. They definitely get a pretty good run time. Unfortunately, I have to get ready for work here, so I'm gonna finish my conclusion of pros and cons and let you know what I think. See you in a sec. So what are my thoughts here? Well, it's a fun truck, man. There's no doubt about it. It's very affordable. I think most people would enjoy this. And I do have to say, even though I don't really like the battery setup that it comes with, 17 miles an hour to 20 miles per hour I think is manageable for most people to be able to drive. Getting into the first phase is a hobby grade, and when you're ready, upgrade yourself to a LiPo battery that's a little more potent. For instance, the 3S I have in there. I think after I toasted this battery for the first time, I probably would never purchase another one of these. It comes with it, but I probably would never buy the same battery again, just because of the price point versus being able to buy a 2S or a 3S off-brand LiPo with a Dean's connector is, I mean, just, it's so much better than what is offered here. This was a funky design. ZD Racing, if you're listening, this was a very strange design for a battery. So most people probably chuck this battery the first week they have it and get something else, so I just want you to be aware of that. As far as the components, man, just make sure when you first get this out of the box, you tighten it down. Get rid of these tires, guys, and these rims. They are junk. They're not good. And another strange thing, ZD Racing, I want to bring up is, I know that you're trying to keep the motor cool and stuff, but I really don't know if I like this design, this motor being exposed on the bottom. But everything else seems to be able to handle it. You know, I'm not a big basher, guys. I'm not out beating the crap out of these things like I know a lot of people are going to be. This is just going to be for fun, for, you know, play and bouncing off curbs and jumping small things. And, you know, the way most of you guys are going to drive this, you're probably going to end up putting upgradable parts in it pretty quick. But me, I'm more of just a fun guy. I like to just have a little bit of fun. I don't like replacing parts all the time. So I find out what needs to be replaced out of the box, and then we go ahead and just do those things, and then we see how it functions after that. So yeah, man, I will put a complete parts guide for this truck for purchasing parts below. So all you people that are like, oh, the shock towers get shaved off real quick and I don't know what to do, I'm having to put tape over it. Guys, the shock towers are $269. I'm bang good. Just replace them. You know what I'm saying? Quit being whiny, man. It's a hobby. It's a sport. You have to put money into these things. It's always fun until something breaks and then you got to throw money at it. We understand, but that's part of the hobby, guys. So quit moaning, quit complaining. Oh my God. Get over yourself. It's a cheap, awesome truck for $129, man. I think the majority of you guys will have fun. I'm going to give this an A+. I am going to be running it on 3S the majority of the time. Just remember, throttle control saves parts, guys. Throttle control. It's all about throttle control. But as you can see, there are cracks and breaks in these rims already. These are completely junk, and I barely even, this is the second day running this thing, so if that tells you how cheap the tires are that come on this, pretty much a joke. So these ones aren't doing too bad, but that one over there, man, that one's breaking apart already. So like I said, these tires are just not the best. The components that this is built with are excellent, but you can tell it's cold. The suspension didn't want to come back up. It's a little chilly outside today, so yeah, man. All right, guys, drone worship. That is the ZMT10 ZD Racing Thunder truck, brushless. Thing is pretty awesome, man. And I reached out to RC Moment and asked if they would send me the upgrade version of this. Now that I show them I have one, I want to see what the upgrade can do versus this one. So we're going to see if we can get our hands on that, and I will catch you guys on the flip, man. Just remember, everything you need will be in the link below. I don't think I'll leave anything out. All right, guys. Tootaroo.